Rumors are heating up in Los Angeles, and this time, they involve the biggest name in basketball, LeBron James. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. It sounds impossible, but the buzz keeps growing. Could the Lakers really be considering trading LeBron before the new season even begins? Yes, you heard that right. It all started as a whisper behind the scenes. But in the past few weeks, this story has picked up steam, and now, sources around the league are starting to take this seriously. Let's get straight to the point. The Los Angeles Lakers are quietly undergoing a major shift. A change that could rewrite everything we know about the franchise. And that change has a name, Luka Doncic. After pulling off a blockbuster trade last season, the Lakers didn't bring in Luka Doncic just to be another player. He was brought in to be the future of the franchise. And now, the front office is already treating him like it. Sources say Luka Doncic is being consulted on major roster decisions. He's being asked who he wants to play alongside. In other words, the Doncic era has begun, even if LeBron is still leading the charge, for now. And that's where the tension starts to build. LeBron James, the most dominant player of the past 2 decades, is still the face of the Lakers. He's still the leader. He's still putting up elite numbers. Last season alone, he averaged 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists per game. And yes, he was named to the All-NBA team. But the franchise is clearly shifting gears. And the signs are hard to ignore. To make things even more interesting, a recent statement from Rich Paul, LeBron's longtime agent and the founder of Clutch Sports, poured gasoline on the fire. It was cryptic enough to spark even more speculation, and now, front offices around the league are starting to wonder, could LeBron be preparing to request a trade? According to NBA insider Keith Smith, that possibility isn't far-fetched. He spoke with several executives, and some of them believe that yes, there's a real chance LeBron could be moved before opening night. One general manager from the Western Conference said this: "Do I think stars like Giannis or LeBron are definitely getting traded? Probably not. But could it happen? Absolutely. That's why I never turn my phone off. Imagine missing a chance to land LeBron James because you were napping on the beach? I'd be out of a job." That quote captures exactly how tense the situation has become behind the scenes. Nobody wants to be the GM who misses a once-in-a-generation opportunity. But why would LeBron want to leave? Some believe he wants to end his career on his own terms. Others think he may be looking for a team where he can potentially play alongside his son, Bronny, if he reaches the NBA soon. And then there's the legacy factor. LeBron is strategic. He wants to win. He wants to compete at the highest level until his final game. And if he feels that the Lakers are no longer fully committed to that mission, or that Luka Doncic has become the top priority, he might decide it's time for a new chapter. Now, to be crystal clear, the Lakers do not want to trade LeBron. The front office still believes they can win another championship with LeBron and Doncic together. They understand what LeBron means to the franchise. They know how much he matters to the fans. But, if LeBron asks out, it changes everything. And if that day comes, prepare yourself, the asking price will be massive. We're talking multiple first-round picks, top-tier prospects, and probably a few impact players thrown in. But here's the thing, there won't be a bidding war. LeBron will control the situation. He'll decide where he wants to go. The team that wants him will have to match his vision, not the other way around. And here's another important detail. Luka Doncic wants LeBron to stay, too. He knows how valuable the King still is at 40 years old. He understands the benefit of having a mentor, a leader, and a player who's still producing at an elite level. So what's really going on here? The Lakers are standing at a crossroads. On one side, the legacy and greatness of LeBron James. On the other, the bright and promising future that Luka Doncic represents. Can the Lakers balance both? Or is a blockbuster trade about to shake the NBA to its core? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, tension behind the scenes is reaching a breaking point. And everything could change with one phone call. One decision. One move. Marcus Smart just dropped a bombshell about why he turned down multiple offers, and chose the Los Angeles Lakers. And trust me, it wasn't just about money. Heading into this off-season, the Lakers had a serious problem to fix. Their perimeter defense had fallen apart, especially after losing Dorian Finney-Smith to the Houston Rockets in free agency. Opposing guards were getting into the paint far too easily. The Lakers knew that if they wanted to get back into title contention, they needed a defensive anchor on the outside. Enter Marcus Smart. Now look, signing Smart wasn't a safe move. It was a bold one. Let's be honest, over the last 2 seasons, he's only played 34 games. Injuries have taken their toll. He's missed time, and there were questions about whether he could still bring that same tenacity and energy that made him one of the best defenders in the league. But despite all that, teams still lined up to sign him. Multiple franchises made offers. He had choices. So why LA? Why the Lakers? Smart finally spoke out, and what he said reveals everything about this new era in Los Angeles. He made it clear, this wasn't just about joining a big market. This was personal. One of the biggest factors in his decision was the opportunity to play alongside Luka Doncic and LeBron James, 2 of the smartest, most respected basketball minds in the game today. 2 of the best to ever play, Smart said. Their basketball IQs? Insane. I've never seen anything like it in this era. And when Luka calls me, not his agent, not the GM, Luka himself, checking in on me, asking where I'm at mentally, seeing if I'd be open to joining what he's building here in LA. That hit different. Smart paused before continuing. When someone like that says, I need your help, and means it, you listen. That was powerful. That was one of those moments where you just know, this isn't just about basketball. This is about building something real. But it wasn't just the chance to play with superstars. Smart's also chasing something bigger. At the end of the day, he said, we're all out here grinding, competing, pushing our bodies, and it's all for one reason, to win championships. And when you look at the Lakers, this is where greatness happens. This is where the lights are the brightest. Where the pressure is highest. Where the legends are made. Why wouldn't I want to be a part of that? And now, Marcus Smart is locked in. He knows his role. He knows he might not be closing games because of his offensive limitations. But that doesn't matter to him. What matters is impact. What matters is bringing energy, leadership, and lockdown defense, exactly what the Lakers were missing. The front office saw the same thing. After getting bounced by the Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs, they knew something had to change. Something drastic. They didn't just need another scorer. They didn't need flash. They needed grit. They needed someone who could set the tone defensively. That's why they went after Marcus Smart. And make no mistake, this isn't just a depth signing. Smart is going to be the best perimeter defender on the Lakers' second unit. He's going to be the guy diving for loose balls, drawing charges, frustrating opposing guards, and keeping the team emotionally locked in. He's the kind of player who shows up in the film room and tells it like it is. The kind who holds teammates accountable, even superstars. And in a locker room with veterans like LeBron James and rising leaders like Luka Doncic, that kind of presence is invaluable. But here's the thing that really stands out. Smart didn't come here just to be a role player. He came here because he believes this team can win it all, and that he can be the difference between another early exit and a championship parade in downtown LA. This team didn't just want me, they needed me, Smart said. And I needed them too. It was the right fit at the right time. So now, the stage is set. The Lakers have reloaded. The spotlight is on. And Marcus Smart is ready to show the league that he's still a defensive force to be reckoned with. This isn't about a comeback. This is about making noise. This is about getting back to the finals. And for Marcus Smart, it's about proving that the heart of a champion never fades. The Los Angeles Lakers have made their move, and it might just be the boldest play in the entire NBA. In a shocking twist before the trade deadline, the Lakers went all in and landed none other than Luka Doncic. This wasn't just a trade. It was a power shift. A franchise-altering moment. With LeBron James now 40 years old and in the twilight of his career, the Lakers didn't hesitate. They made a clear and calculated decision. The future of the purple and gold is Luka Doncic. But here's where the story gets even more intriguing. Luka hasn't signed a long-term extension, at least not yet. That should worry fans, right? Well, not according to the Lakers. Inside the organization, there's a surprising level of calm. According to a report from The Athletic, team executives are optimistic and confident that Doncic will eventually commit to Los Angeles for the long haul. They're not pressuring him. They're not panicking.
Why?
Because they believe Luka has already shown where his heart is, not through words, but through actions. Since arriving in LA, Doncic has done more than just dominate on the court. He's taken on a leadership role behind the scenes. Sources say he was instrumental in convincing DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart to join him in Los Angeles this offseason. And think about that. Would a player go out of his way to help build a roster if he didn't see himself staying? This speaks volumes. Luka is clearly invested in this team, in its future, in its culture, and in its championship potential. He sees what the Lakers are trying to build, and more importantly, he wants to be a part of it. And the Lakers? They're responding. They're doing everything they can to make sure Luka feels valued and supported. From tailoring the roster to his strengths, to involving him in off-season planning, they're treating him like the face of the franchise, because that's exactly what he is. And let's talk about what he's doing on the court. In just a few short months with the Lakers, Doncic has reminded the world why he's one of the most gifted players in the game. After the trade, he averaged 28.2 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 7.5 assists per game, and that's without a full training camp to integrate into the system. Imagine what he'll do after a full off-season with the team. Speaking of the off-season, Luka isn't taking any chances. He's hired a new personal trainer. He's following a stricter diet. And for the first time in his career, he's fully focused on improving his conditioning. Word out of LA is that Doncic is aiming to enter next season in the best shape of his life. Not just to impress, but to dominate. And here's another key detail. Doncic isn't just trying to win. He's trying to build something. That's why he's so active in recruiting. That's why he's so involved behind the scenes. He's not here for a one-year run. He wants to leave a legacy in Los Angeles, and the Lakers are giving him every reason to do just that. Now, sure, not everyone may be thrilled. With the spotlight shifting more and more toward Doncic, some fans, and even LeBron himself, might feel like the torch is being passed a little too quickly. But the truth is, it's time. LeBron has done everything for this franchise. He delivered a championship. He put the Lakers back on the map. But he's 40 years old now. And while he's still productive, the reality is this team needs a new identity, a new leader, and a new future. That future is Luka Doncic. And let's not forget, the Lakers didn't give up a treasure trove of assets to rent a star. They made this trade with the intention of building the next era of Lakers basketball. And all signs suggest that Doncic is ready to embrace that role. He's just 25 years old, and already playing with the maturity of a seasoned veteran. He's putting up elite numbers. He's growing as a leader. And he's already winning the trust and respect of the locker room. The Lakers see it. The fans see it. And now, the rest of the NBA is starting to realize it too. This isn't just a superstar coming to Hollywood. This is a franchise being reborn around one of the most talented players the league has ever seen. So, what happens next? The Lakers will continue building around him. They'll continue clearing cap space. They'll make sure every move fits Luka's timeline. They'll give him the reins, the keys, and the kingdom. And when the time is right, the expectation is that Luka Doncic will sign that max extension, cementing his place as the new face of the Los Angeles Lakers. Until then, the message is clear. Luka is here. He's already taking charge. And the Lakers are ready to rise again, this time, with Doncic leading the way. The Los Angeles Lakers have been at the center of NBA trade rumors recently, especially when it comes to potential deals with the Phoenix Suns. For weeks, fans and insiders alike have speculated on whether these two Western Conference powerhouses might strike a deal to shake up the roster. But what's the real story behind those rumors? Let's break down the latest insider updates and what it means for the Lakers' plans this offseason. First off, it's no secret that the Lakers were on the lookout for a reliable center throughout much of the offseason. Their search for someone who could anchor the paint and provide solid rim protection was a top priority. That need was finally addressed when they signed DeAndre Ayton, a strong, athletic big man, after the Portland Trail Blazers waived him. Along with Ayton, they brought back Jackson Hayes as a backup, rounding out their front-court depth. Before sealing the deal with Ayton, the Lakers reportedly had their eyes on another Suns center, Nick Richards. Phoenix had been adding multiple big men to their roster, which made Richards somewhat expendable. Given the Lakers' need for a center, it made sense that they might pursue a trade involving Richards. After all, trades between the Suns and Lakers could have been a win-win, filling needs on both sides. However, here's where the plot thickens. According to NBA insider Brett Siegel from Clutch Points, there are currently no ongoing trade discussions between the Lakers and Suns. In fact, any communication about trades between the two teams ended well before Ayton's signing was finalized. Siegel confirmed that since Ayton officially joined Los Angeles, there have been zero talks about potential deals involving the Suns. What does this mean for the Lakers' trade plans? If Los Angeles is looking to make any more roster moves before the season officially starts, it's unlikely they will be dealing with Phoenix. Instead, the Lakers' focus has shifted away from the center position. With Ayton now solidifying the big man spot and Jackson Hayes providing depth, their attention has turned to the wings. The addition of Marcus Smart this offseason was a clear move to improve perimeter defense. Smart is known for his tenacity and ability to guard multiple positions, and he's expected to be a key piece off the bench. But the Lakers recognize that one wing defender isn't enough. Their next priority is to add another versatile wing player, someone who can switch across multiple positions on defense, contribute on offense, and provide flexibility for different lineups. In today's NBA, wing players who can guard bigger forwards and smaller guards are invaluable. That's the type of player the Lakers want to bring in next. The big question is whether the Lakers are willing to part with valuable assets to make that happen. Their current roster has yet to be fully tested, and the front office wants to evaluate how these pieces fit together before making any major trades. Last season, the Lakers finished as the third seed in the Western Conference, but their playoff performance left a lot to be desired. They suffered an early first-round exit, and it became clear that while their offense was potent, their defense needed serious improvement. To contend for a championship, the Lakers must tighten up defensively. Adding a multi-positional wing could be the missing piece to that puzzle. Whether they secure this player before the season starts or wait until the trade deadline remains to be seen, but it's definitely at the top of their wish list. Meanwhile, the competition in the West is heating up. The Oklahoma City Thunder, in particular, look like they're pushing ahead of the pack with a young, hungry roster. If the Lakers want to keep pace and make a deep playoff run, they'll have to make smart roster decisions, and fast. To sum it up, the Lakers aren't currently engaged in trade talks with the Suns. They've moved past the center search with Ayton and Hayes. Their primary focus is now on acquiring a versatile wing defender. Adding this player could be the final piece needed to balance their offense and defense. They're weighing their options carefully before making any big moves. The Western Conference is tougher than ever, and the Lakers need to act wisely to stay competitive. So, Lakers fans, keep your eyes peeled. There may still be moves on the horizon, just not the ones involving the Suns. Instead, watch for news on wing additions that could help this team finally make a serious title push.